Testing. All right, here we go. I always say testing because on my little thing here, I can see where it's working or not working. This like level goes up and all that stuff. But yeah, this is the Budget King. I do podcasts going to and from work, as many of you may know if you ever listen to my other podcasts. Which by the numbers you probably haven't. That's all right. But before I get into the topic, waking y'all up and telling you to get your butts to work. A lot of people, when they budget things, it's because, all right, how can I have more with working less and still be able to buy stuff I can't afford? That's basically what it is. But before I get into that, I'll tell you something. One thing you can do is start your own online business. And the best way to do that is go to cyberlandhomes.com. Cyberlandhomes, cyberlandhomes.com. Cyberlandhomes.com. Buy yourself a domain name. Uh, I'm pretty sure that even includes a free WordPress site. So you could obviously expand on that, and if you're a real nerd, you'll be able to do their server stuff and all kinds of fancy things. I'm sure they're going to love the way I'm chopping up this ad here. But I don't have a link or anything. You just go there, cyberlandhomes.com, and buy yourself a domain name. And I'm pretty sure you can even redirect that .com towards your Facebook page or any other page. But .coms are $12.50. Now it's hard to come up with a fancy .com name. They're about all taken, but there's like .net, .this and .that. There's all kinds to choose from, but yeah, go there. I think they're better than your daddy's web hosting because I know they're secure. One thing I really like is, man, they give you a ton of phone numbers you can call, talk to real people. They got like toll-free numbers, non-toll-free numbers, chat. You can message them. One thing they're real serious about is being able to get a hold of somebody if you're having any problems. And so I think it's like a call center, which most of them are now. So somewhere in there you have to get the ID of Cyberland Homes because they asked me, because I was checking it out, they asked me the ID on the page. So they must be like a call center type thing. But hey, you get a hold of somebody that knows what they're doing. They seem to know exactly what they were doing when I talked to them. So, all right, on to my agenda about telling you to get your ass to work. I don't want to I don't want to sound like Samuel L. Jackson, but it's the truth. When I was lazy, or when I was younger, same thing. When I was younger, I was much lazier. I was at a job I didn't like, and I told the guy, I was a maintenance oiler at a foundry, and I told one of the maintenance guys I worked with, I said, oh man, I'm going to do something else, man. Screw this. This job sucks. Long hours, blah, 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 He says, hey man, you got a family? I'm like, sure don't. And he goes, well, you're lucky. He goes, I'll tell you what, you ever decide to have a family, this is an important thing. He goes, you take care of your job will take care of your family. He goes, but, if you ain't got a family yet, you can jump around, whatever, I said, okay, that's cool, whatever, dude, like, old man. Now I'm the guy tossing out advice, but I'll never forget him telling me that. I kind of wish I knew where he was and told him that, I did take his advice to heart. He probably thought, yeah, screw that kid. He don't know what the hell he's doing. He's a lazy bum. So later on, as I got a family and developed a strong work ethic, one thing I did is I learned, obviously, if you heard one of my other podcasts, I was young and stupid. I go buy a motorcycle instead of a car. Here I am driving a motorcycle. outside in the freezing cold, like an idiot. Of course, I acted like I was a tough guy. I didn't let anybody know, yeah, I'm an idiot. But I'm like, oh, it ain't that bad. Yeah, I was freezing. I was lucky I had a job close to where I live. So go back. All right, so what I believe is you get a job, right? One of the most important things you need to do when you get a good job is make sure you have a good car, because you don't want to miss work. You don't want to lose your good job you got. So I took his thing a little step further. I said, you get yourself, I ain't saying go out and buy a sports car. I ain't saying go out and buy some big expensive car. I'm just saying go out and buy a reliable car. Buy yourself a Toyota or like a Ford Taurus, or, something that has stood the test of time, which they're not going to stop making because the things are reliable and people like them and buy them. Just go out and buy yourself something is going to be reliable. That's saying don't go out and buy a car with 250,000 miles on it. Chances are it's going to be breaking down. So what you want to do, go get a good car. The car will take care of your job. And when you're at work, you ain't got to kiss up, but try to have a good attitude. These people hired you. Do your job. Don't complain about it, because you're the one that went there to get a job. They didn't go to your house and pull you out of bed and tell you to come to work there. So your car takes care of your job. Now, you go home, your job sucks, you get a bad attitude, don't take it out on your family. That's probably why when you go home, they'll be burying their faces in their phones and stuff, like, oh gosh, Dad, here comes Dad or Mom home from their job. They hate their job. They're all upset. You know what? Like, nobody I know really wants to work. Some people might. Some people are on medicine too. I'm just saying is, you don't have to love your job, but you can respect your job. You got your job, but you can go home with a better attitude. Don't take work home with you. Just go home, just be glad you're able to take care of your family. Be glad your family's in front of you. Even if they got their faces buried into the TV, a smartphone, or a game, or whatever. If you go home and your wife ain't with another man, she's happy to see you, then you've had a good day. Your kids are there, they're not running out doing drugs or whatever, you've had a good day. You're living the American dream. You got a job, you got a house, whatever. I don't care if you live in an apartment. I don't care if you live in a, yeah, I don't know. Sorry, I got enough for that one. I was gonna say cardboard box, but that would suck, man. I don't want to make a joke about the homeless people and stuff like that. But if you can have all that, maybe you don't have everything you want because you dreamed of having, like I said, a sports car and, whatever, a bigger TV, which bigger TVs ain't expensive now. But if you can take care of your family, there's food on the table. You're not expecting the government to take care of you. You're taking care of yourself. You can say, yeah, other people ain't working hard to take care of me. Like, don't be working 40 hours a week and be getting food stamps and saying you're making it, because you're not. Because somebody else is out there working 60, 70 hours a week, paying taxes so you can make it. So if you truly want to make it on your own, that's what I'm saying. You can't be proud of yourself if you're not truly making it. This will offend some people, but I don't care. That's why I'm calling this podcast, Get Your Ass to Work. Because if you don't feel like you're making it enough, you need to work more hours. If that involves taking a part-time job on a weekend, every other weekend or whatever, man, I read these budgeting sites. They talk about saving clipping coupons and stuff. Man, you spend hours clipping coupons, dragging your kids to dumpsters, pulling out coupons and all that nonsense. Screw that. If it's a digital online coupon and you're right then and there, boom, you can use it. Don't be worrying about making a mess and got all these papers and you're cutting coupons out, spending hours to save yourself $2. Don't be stupid. They say, with the spending, don't be doing gray spending. What? They're gonna tell you not to buy a fudge round? Screw that. If I want a fudge round, I want a fudge round. I'll work the extra hours so I can buy me a fudge round at the gas station or Star Crunch or whatever, a soda. You know, don't be like, oh, now of course, like cigarettes and stuff like that is $6, $7, $8 a pack depending on what state you live in. Yeah, now if you can cut down on that, obviously, if you got addictions you can get rid of, obviously work on them addictions. But I'm just talking about the occasional Star Crunch or fudge round or soda or whatever. Now, don't be going to McDonald's after work on the way home and then your wife have a meal for you. That's ridiculous. Because your health goes to shit. You're not going to make it work. You're not going to pay for that car, not going to be able to pay for the house, not going to be able to take care of your family. So you got to make sure that your butt goes to work. I know sometimes you're tired. I know sometimes you don't feel good. As long as you ain't got the flu, and you're not having to wear a diaper going to work, then get your booty to work. Don't be drinking a bunch and got a hangover and not feel like going to work. Because it's easy to get in the habit of being lazy. Laziness is like an illness. Next thing you know, your boss is taking note and he's ready to, you do something stupid, they're going to can your booty. And that's the worst thing you can do, because then you could lose your car, your house, your family. I mean, thinking, man, my wife loves me, my kids love me, my car loves me. Your car might love you, but if you don't pay for it, somebody might come take it. And your wife, she loves you because you're a provider. I don't care what a great love type of guy you are. Women, what they really want, once they get of a certain age, they want you to be a good provider. Obviously, all that other stuff is important too, but women need to feel secure. And if you're a woman at home, if you're Susie Homemaker, you need to do your part. Don't be watching TV all day and your man busting his booty 60 hours a week and you not do nothing, and you not have a meal for him when he comes home. If you're going to be a housewife, be a housewife. Cook, clean, make sure the kids do chores. Don't be lazy. Don't be running around with your friends. Don't be running up the gas. Don't be wrecking a car that your man worked hard for. Be a good housewife. Otherwise, you need to go to work too. Go to work. You live out in the country, you should get some chickens that lay eggs. At least meat birds, whatever. Get chickens that lay eggs, because country fresh eggs are awesome and they're not hard to raise. Go get yourself a little pen. You might have to get some cracked corn. I mean, Google that, man. YouTube. It'll teach you how to raise chickens. Well, if you're going to be Susie Homemaker, there's things you can do to where you're working just as hard as your husband at home, because it's a team effort. It's a team effort. It really is. And if you're by yourself and you like being by yourself and you like being selfish, that's fine too. But you ain't got nobody to lean on if you want to be lazy. So you got to keep working hard. But that's what I'm saying. Just work hard. And if you're working 40 hours a week, that's not a lot of work. You can go get yourself a part-time job. I don't care if it's a library on a Saturday. Like I said, Burger King, McDonald's, car wash, cleaning apartments, you name it. Mowing lawns. There's little side jobs you can do. Walk around the neighborhood. Ask people if you can wash their windows. I mean, but trying to budget, I mean, you can look them up. Ways to budget. It's a ridiculous list. I've seen like I said, saving your change. What are you going to get? 20 or 30 cents a day in change at most? What's that going to add up to? $1 a week? $5 a month? Screw all that. Just go get yourself a job. Get yourself a part-time job if you're not making it. Don't be afraid to work. So much easier. Talk to your boss, see if you can work some overtime. If you can't, then try to get a little part-time job. There's always someplace hiring. Wash dishes. I don't care if you're making $60,000, $70,000 a year. If you want to make a little bit more, go wash dishes. Heck, there was that actor that was on Taxi. Jim Carrey made a movie about the guy. Forgot his name. He was a comedian. Shoot, wish I remembered his name. He said, in real life he washed dishes. He really did. He was a dishwasher when he was on like Saturday Night Live because he wanted to have a backup. He literally worked washing dishes. That wasn't part of his act. I think he just liked the diner wherever he washed dishes at. But just saying, man, you can do something. On top of doing your own oil changes, buying your family the Cricket wireless plan like I've talked about, getting Philo for $20 a month, give you a bunch of television. I mean, there's different things you can do. But one of the most important things you can do to help your budget is not be afraid to work. Quit trying to figure out different ways not to work. I'm going to work right now, and I'm making this terrible podcast to tell you to get your ass to work more hours. Say, well, how many hours you work? I work 60 hours a week. I used to work 70 hours a week. Do I need to? No. But I ain't retired yet. You just got to do what you got to do. I mean, I don't plan on retiring for a while. I'm not that old. But you just got to keep working every day and saving and, budgeting. And, I mean, if you want to collect your change, that's fine. Some people have a little thing they throw it in. But don't think you're going to get all budgety by clipping coupons. I hate that. I've known people that collect coupons. All they end up doing is buying a bunch of crap they don't need. It's like, did you really need that box of Lucky Charms because it was 50 cents off? No, it's just a box of sugar. I mean, you could have bought a generic box of that stuff and saved yourself $2 or $3. Once it's in the bowl, throw some milk on it, it all tastes the same. Some people like Fruity Pebbles. I agree. There's ways to buy that too. But, if you're in a position where you're worried about saving 50 cents, then you just need to work a little extra hours. I'd be surprised how much better that'll help. It adds up. And as Susie Homemaker, you ain't got no kids at home and Susie Homemaker's not working, well, hopefully you're willing to work 60 hours. If not, if you're going to work 40, tell her to work 20, whatever. But there's all kinds of jobs that people can do part-time and help make ends meet and not do all that nonsense trying to figure out a way to budget. Like I said, when I tell you get like Philo TV, it's $20 a month for 58 channels. I'm talking serious savings there. I'm talking about saving yourself $50 a month on TV, $60 a month on TV. You compare their package with their 58 channels to just about anything else, you're not going to beat it. Do they got Fox News? Nope. Do they got CNN? Nope. They got something called Cheddar. Is it as good? I don't know. I've never watched it. But I like A&E. I like ID Network. I like Discovery. I like, heck, again, we got MTV, which I don't watch that because I don't think they got like 3 MTV channels. They got a bunch of channels. Go listen to my Philo podcast. I'll tell you all about it. But I'm just saying, you can do serious savings. I mean, if you can save yourself $60 in a month, if you work 6 hours somewhere at $10 an hour, that's $60 right there. I mean, that's a huge savings. Cricket Wireless. I ain't even telling you to use my link. 4 phones for $100. Unlimited internet, unlimited talk, unlimited text, whatever. It's the AT&T network. It ain't the Cricket network. They use the AT&T network. They don't push that much because AT&T wants to sell their overpriced stuff, but they own Cricket. Look at the coverage map. It's the same. You can literally lay one map on the other. It's the same map. Don't be fooled by it. If you got AT&T, I mean, Personally, some areas Verizon works better, but Verizon's more expensive. Show me 4 phones of unlimited internet. They're like, yeah, but they don't have this. Man, they got Samsung and iPhones through Cricket. You got to pay for them. I think they got payment plans too. I don't know about that though. All right, I'm tired of talking about it, but clipping coupons is for grandma. There's somebody called the Crazy Coupon Lady online. She'll tell you all about clipping coupons and digital coupons and all that. Screw all that. Work harder. Screw that dumb stuff. Work harder. Be smarter about paying for your luxuries. And that's the best way to save. Hell, I may not even have to make no more podcasts, but that's the way to save. You can save the most by working, period. This is the Budget King, thebudgetking.com. You can get me on Twitter at _budget_king. And, of course, listen to my podcast. Go to the Budget King, thebudgetking.com. No underscores there, just straight up The Budget King, no spaces. Some people, they still don't know how to use the URL bar. They want to go the, and then space, budget, space, then king, and then .com. It's like, did you just get the internet? You know, it's like, I got to teach people this stuff. But yeah, you go thebudgetking.com, go to podcast, listen to my podcast. Of course, you might be able to run into one of I throw the podcast up on YouTube. You can see the videos. Share them with your friends. Subscribe, because they start off a little slow, most of them. I start off a little slow and grumbly, but they're somewhat boring. And I decided I ain't going to do Mr. Nice Guy podcast no more. I'm just going to be straight up. If people can't take it, I guess they ain't got to listen to me. But I got a job. I ain't worried about doing these podcasts to make money. But if I can make a little money at it, great. That's what I'd like to do as well. But I like to tell people how to save money. People are always like, hey, man, how can you afford that house? How can you afford that car? How can you afford this? How do you afford that with your job? I'm like, I'm smart with my money. I ain't selling drugs. I ain't doing nothing else. I'm doing everything legal. I pay my taxes, but I work hard. You know, I work a lot of hours. My wife works. We work together. So, all right, that's it. This is the Budget King. I'm out.